We want to make sure you get the most out of your Vax Dual Power carpet washer. In this video, you'll learn about the 2 rotating brushes that lift out embedded dirt and scrub your carpets for a deep clean that's also fast drying. We'll walk you through the basics on how to use the Dual Power and how to keep it in great working order for a long time to come. If you still have questions, feel free to reach us on Facebook or Twitter, or give us a call. Okay, let's get started. Your Dual Power is really easy to assemble. The only tool you'll need is a crosshead screwdriver. First, take the section of the handle that looks like this and push it into the base. Secure it in place with these 2 screws. Next, slide the top section of the handle into place. You'll put the 3rd screw right here. Your Dual Power is now ready to prepare for cleaning. We've designed the Dual Power to be really simple to use. Before you begin washing your carpets, we recommend you move any loose furniture out of the way. It's important to make sure you give your carpet a good clean with your everyday vacuum. Now you need to prep your cleaner. Press the latch on your solution tank and tilt it away from the machine to remove. First, fill the tank with warm tap water, no warmer than 40 degrees. Then use the flip side of the cap as a measuring tool for solution. You'll want to add 2 capfuls of solution to your clean water tank. It's best not to put solution in the tank first, as you'll get a very foamy tank when you add the water. Making sure you tilt the tank towards you, slide it onto the machine from the bottom up, like this, until it snaps into place. Unravel the cord and plug it in. Step on this button to recline, then turn the Dual Power on. Starting at the furthest point of the room, clean using parallel strokes. To release solution, squeeze the trigger in bursts when needed and slowly move forward and backward over the area to be cleaned. Remember, carpet washers require slower strokes than using a vacuum cleaner, so try to remain slow and steady. Okay, now let's do the same forward and back motion over the same spot without squeezing the trigger. Notice the dirty water being sucked up into the dirty water tank. To avoid over-wetting your carpets, never use more than 4 wet strokes on a single section and always end with dry strokes. You'll want to continue with dry strokes until you see very little water coming through. If you aim to overlap strokes by 1 inch, it will help prevent streaking. If you notice that your machine stops dispensing water whilst cleaning, it may be time to refill. Always keep an eye on the level of water within your clean water tank to make sure there's plenty to use. If for some reason you start to notice a loss of suction or hear a change in the sound of the motor, sort of a high-pitched sound like this, those are signs that the dirty water tank is full and it needs to be emptied. We recommend that you rinse your carpet after every completed wash. After washing and drying your carpets, fill your clean water tank with just warm water, no solution, and go over them using the same method. 2 wet passes, 1 forward, 1 backward, and 2 dry passes on each section of carpet. It takes a little extra work, but in the long run you'll avoid any build-up of cleaning solution deposits in your carpet, and your floors will look great for even longer. After you finish cleaning, the last thing to do is make sure you properly empty both the clean and dirty water tanks. Otherwise, mineral deposits and mildew can build up in the tanks, which could later affect the Dual Power's performance. Remove both tanks, empty the contents, and give them both a rinse with tap water. For best results, fill the tanks and give them a swirl to really get everything dislodged. Once you've emptied and cleaned the tanks, leave them to fully dry before replacing the caps and placing back in the machine. Before storing, make sure your machine is emptied, cleaned and dry. Water will sometimes drip from your Dual Power after use, so we recommend that you don't store your cleaner on a wood or laminate surface until it's totally dry. You may want to place a towel underneath it to soak up any remaining water as it dries in storage. If you want to replace or remove your brush bar, first ensure your machine is switched off and unplugged. It's a good idea if you make sure your tanks are empty or removed. Now, lay your Dual Power on its side and use a crosshead screwdriver to remove the 7 screws on the belt cover. One of the wheels is attached to the belt cover, so when you pull the cover off, the wheel will come off too. Carefully pull the belt of the motor shaft, then pull the brushes towards you to remove them from the cleaner. This should help the belt come out easily. Check your belt to see if it looks worn or cracked and clean the brush bar of hair or other debris. To put everything back together, wrap the belt around this thick part of the brush bar and slide the first brush bar into place. You'll have to spin this black edge a little to get it to snap into place. Do the same with the second brush bar, then stretch the belt up and over the motor shaft. Finally, replace the belt cover.